Hello! I just picked up, well, Lori just picked up this rotisserie chicken from Costco. So I'm going to show you how I take it apart. Best time to do it is when it's still warm, straight from Costco. Once it goes in the chill, in the fridge, and you do this a little bit later, it's a little bit harder to do. If you do it when it's nice and warm, it comes apart super easy. And in culinary school, this is part of our final test in class, is how to take apart a raw chicken, which is a little more difficult than a cooked one. I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, the tempting thing to do is normally people just want to start ripping apart the legs. If you start doing that, then the chicken is a little bit more wobbly and not as easy to take apart the breast. So the first thing to do is take apart the chicken breast. So you can imagine there's just a rib bone right down the center. So just maybe like, I don't know, 1/4 inch to the right or left, you can go down, right down that rib bone, okay? And I don't know if you guys can see that, okay? Down to this bottom here. And then you can imagine the collarbone, okay? So it's gonna come like a V on either side. So you gotta curve your knife a little bit, like a V, come down there, okay? And then you should be able to work your way around a couple of these bones there. Cut away some of that skin. Okay. I'm gonna come back around down here. And then you got one chicken breast. See that? Beautiful. And you might miss some of that, so then when the chicken is nice and warm, you can just go and peel all that leftover chicken away. Then you're gonna do the other side. So again, 1/4 inch to the other side of that rib bone, down to the bottom, right down here, okay? And then you're gonna get to the collarbone, go at an angle, like a V, and then cut away some of the skin in between the leg or the thigh, okay? And then you're gonna come up, just like that, and then you got another chicken breast. Okay, so we got the 2 breasts there. Let's decide. Oh, and definitely save all this wonderful juice for later on. Okay, so you see there, got the 2 breasts taken apart there, and then I'm gonna go and just kind of pull up all this extra beautiful white meat. Put that to the side there. Okay. And then at the end, I always keep the bones, and then I make a chicken stock. So this one, like, how much is this thing? It's like $5.99 or something. This literally is like 4 or 5 meals. So chicken breast, the white meat, the chicken thighs, and the drumsticks for the dark meat, and then I use the bones for the stock. Now on this Costco chicken, you've got this twine down here holding the legs together, so you gotta pull that off. Okay, and that's how it keeps its form. So let's take this twine off there. See, it should come off pretty nicely like that. Okay. And the next thing I do is I nice and easily pull out the drumsticks. Drumstick. Drumstick. Okay, there we go. Okay. The next thing I pull off, so you can just grab right here, right? See, these are 2 thighs, and just pull this back, snap it back like that. So then you got a thigh there. You got a thigh right there. Okay. And then here's the wings up top. Pull the wings off. And same thing, rip that off. Oh, okay. So now you got all this beautiful meat on there. You could just cook this whole thing in a pot of water and get all that stock off. Yet I like to pull all this dark and white meat. Also on the back side of the chicken, all the skin, I take this and I'll put it on a tinfoil pan, put it in the oven at about 350 degrees, and make the skin nice and crispy. So I'm gonna actually pull all the skin off and save this for later. Sounds like the kids are excited. Right, so now peel off all the skin on the back. Okay. And then pull off all this dark meat over here in the back too. All this stuff, all this dark meat in the back, super tender. You also got, I think they call these the oyster cuts. It's right behind the shoulder blades. Super, super tender. And there's 2 of them. And they kind of look like little oysters right there. So you pull that one there, that one there. To me, this is one of the best pieces right there, is that, these little oysters. And again, that's right behind the back, right between the shoulder blades. See it right there.
I see.
Okay, and then again, there's all this beautiful dark meat that I just tear off. And I'm gonna take all these pieces, and then typically what I'll do with all these small pieces is I'll make like a chicken salad, mix it with some mayonnaise, and then here's a collarbone, which later on with the girls we'll do a little wishbone. Sometimes it's kind of soft, so what you may need to do is drop it in the oven to warm it up, and that way it'll snap better. So keep that right there. And again, I'm just going to go through and pull off whatever excess meat I can. And that should be good. A few more pieces there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so again, I'll keep all this bones, and then I'll make a stock out of this. So drop this in there. Ah! Yeah. So we're going. I'll take these bones here, drop it in a pot with some water, and then boil it for a couple hours, and I'll get a nice chicken stock out of that. Okay. And then the skin from the back of the chicken that I peeled off, I'm gonna put that in the oven on a pan, lay it out, salt and pepper, get it nice and crispy. And then you can see here, let me take this off. Okay, so you can see, let me see if I can show you. So this was the entire chicken, and first thing I took off was the chicken breasts, then I took off the drumstick, then the thighs, then the wings next, turned it over, peeled off all the skin, took off the little oysters, which go right behind the 2 shoulder blades, and then I peel off all the excess pieces, and then I use the carcass or the bones to do the broth. So tonight we're going to do a very simple dinner for the family. It's basically rice and chicken and broccoli. It's like 3 ingredients, and I'm actually using frozen broccoli. Let me show you. I'm using frozen broccoli from Costco, rice, and rotisserie chicken. Literally 3 ingredients. Not much going on. So pan, tin foil, avocado oil spray. Okay, spray the pan down. Then you take one of those frozen broccoli packets that I just showed you from Costco. So drop that on. And then I'm going to do another spray on top. And then a little bit of salt. And then this goes into the oven on a low broil. Let me show you, I already got one in there. So this has been in there for a couple minutes, and it'll start to look like this. So you can see it's steaming. It is also getting a nice crisp brown on top. So I'm actually going to go and flip these over. Yay! So again, this was a batch that I put in a few minutes ago on low broil. So I got brown, a nice crispy brown on one side. I'm going to turn it over, get the other side. And then, very simple, flavorful, and healthy dinner. Okay, so this is going to go back in the oven. while that's happening, I'm gonna get the rest of the plates ready to go. Okay, so my girls are 5 and almost 2, so I'm just gonna get a little plate, a scoop of rice, it's pretty hot, so I'm gonna have to cool this off for them. And then for the adults, I got the big bowl of rice. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to take these bones, save this for later to make the broth. Okay. And then the girls are typically, they like the white meat, so I'm going to go and grab one of these. It's one of these beautiful chicken breasts that I took apart earlier, and then I'm just gonna slice it like so.
Is that hoagie? Happy. Did you say hoagie?
What I noticed here is when I think I took it apart, there is some bone in there and some cartilage, so I just gotta check for that. Okay, slice some more. Beautiful. Okay. The skin is so amazing. Such an easy, simple dinner, and it feeds the whole family multiple times. Lori loves chicken breast as well, so I'm gonna give her the white meat. I like the dark meat, so I'm going to take the drumstick, and I think I'm going to take a thigh as well, the thigh, okay. And I'm going to take the oyster for myself also. So good. Okay, so as you can see, almost done. We've got these are the girls' plates. Rice, chicken, adult plates, Lori's with the chicken breasts, mine with the dark meat, the thigh and the drumstick. Let's move this back. Okay, and then let's check on the broccoli. Yeah, almost done. So let me just show you what it's going to look like. I'll just plate mine here. I'll plate one of the girls here. Just so you guys can see. Actually, this needs a few more minutes in the broil. So I'm going to finish that up, a few more minutes, yet you can see this is what a finished product dinner will look like. So rice, some rotisserie chicken from Costco. Again, I'm eating the drumstick and the thigh, some roasted broccoli there, and same for the girls, right? Nicely cut up. So just want to show you guys how super simple it is to take apart the rotisserie chicken. It goes a long way. Again, this is dinner for us tonight, yet there's still so much more meat. This is at least 2 more meals, plus all the stock I'm going to make from the bones. So anyways, quick and easy way to make dinner using a very inexpensive ingredient from Costco. Alright guys, have a great evening.